Hello, good evening. Welcome back to Rangers Radio. Rangers 2, Ross County 1. A strange game at Ibrox. Join myself, Oxford, back in the show. Is Paul Bear. Give us your thoughts, mate.
It's just that you said there, mate. A strange game, a very strange game. They were doing their usual first half, piling people into their area, struggled to break it down, but we never looked like we weren't going to break it down. I was confident we'd score. Then usual, hang on. We score the goal, they hang on. Hopefully the last 10 minutes, and then have a go. It's just the same tactics, mate. We've seen it that many times now. For us, we dominated 80 minutes of that game and got ourselves into a pickle in 10 minutes of the game. Lost a goal.
Bad goal, mate. I don't think the goalkeeper was great, mate. Yeah, they come out.
No. He's not going to be good enough, mate. Come on, that's just a fact. He's just not going to be good enough. As I said before, I want him to come out and deal with what he's been put in there to deal with, and he didn't. He lost a goal, and it could have been costly the way that game pounded. But I thought we brought that pressure on ourselves that 10-minute spell. I didn't think we were in any danger. Sorry, mate.
Is it the fact that we didn't score, mate, or the fact that we stopped making passes now? It's with 10 men, maybe 9 men, 9 defenders in their own box at times. So where do you get that pass all there?
I know, it's exactly that. I heard that clown Smith. That guy was annoying me. He was really, really annoying me. This will be a great draw if Ross County get it and all that. I'm saying, shut up. Just give peace. But you're right. The one thing he did say that I agreed with was solves that problem you're talking about. Where do you get the space? Long shooting. You've got to start hitting the ball. You know what I mean? The old ricochet comes into it. No, I mean, if they're going to have seven players near enough in the 6-yard box, you know what I mean? So you've got to blast it after them. No, I mean, you've got to hit it at a height that's going to hurt to be put in front of it. You can't knock it along the ground. That's pointless. No, I mean, but hey, well, we're all clever after the event, but we get the result. That's what matters, I suppose. At the end of the day, we get our 2 new signings on the park, got them some minutes in their legs, which is good. First goal was an excellent goal, absolutely excellent. I thought Cantwell done brilliant for that goal. Really, honestly, that's what he's booked for. That showed it up.
Man of the match for me. He was man of the match for me.
I think so as well. I know Big Tillman had a good game as well, but I think for being effective, I thought Cantwell done well. He really done well. He's a nice player. You can see it. He's got the technique. He's got the experience. He's got the know-how. He's got a football brain. He'll be a big, huge plus for us once we settle down. Once the team settles down to who's going to be in it. Because I'm still not happy with the midfield. I'm just no. That's crazy. Why we lost that goal was, I don't know. I mean, Jack's tackling Kamara. That's why I seen him going, what are you doing? What I think you're doing? Bang. Then we couldn't. That started it. Then we couldn't clear the ball. And then eventually they get a ball in, and that clown White. How many times that big bam score against us? For God's sake, he must have got 6 or 7 goals against us.
Well, that's a bit of a record. Right, so we started the game, and we started slowly, mate, if I'm being honest. And then there was a loose pass for Lundstrom, one of the blind passes that we going to put us under a bit of pressure. And that's when I think he got injured, mate, try to get back into the recovery.
Yep. Aye, they did. It's they don't seem to learn, do they, for these silly mistakes, these daft things they do, but we got away with it. In fact, Tavernier had a great block.
Aye, he did. So, credit where it's due. And then we started getting a fit on the game, and all the players were playing reasonably well. If I've got one complaint, I'd like Kent, when he gets the ball played into him, I'd want it to be 10 yards further up the park. That's my main criticism. But we started moving the ball a bit quicker. And then Lundstrom went off, and we brought the team on with Tillman and Cantwell. And we played some decent stuff without being brilliant. We didn't make enough chances, but a lot of that was because you were just coming in again. It was like a 6-4 they were playing. Yeah.
It's ridiculous, isn't it? It's just anti-football. It's just, we don't care. We're just defending the day. You just look up and all you see is white shirts, hundreds of white shirts. But the crazy thing about it is, I mean, I don't blame the Rangers players. It's going to be really, really difficult to play against that. No, I mean, it's going to be so frustrating. There's no space, and then the irritating wee fouls they keep getting away with, and the wee pulls and bumps they got to keep getting away with. But the goal, I mean, that truly was the best quality in the whole game. For me, it was anyway. I mean, I just thought Cantwell done brilliant, mate. That's exactly what he's bought for that goal, that type of goal. Excellent. I'm going to have to talk about the referee in a minute, so I don't know when you want to do that, but we need to have a word about that referee. Is he one of the new brigade? Have I heard of him before?
He's refereed us before, mate. He's refereed us before. I know for a while. I don't think he's always about the tap fight. I'll tell you what it frustrated me, mate. I mean, there was obviously the one with Callahan. I can't remember who it was. It may have been Cantwell, or it was Tillman with a lunge. That's a yellow card all day long because it's dangerous play. Tav gets booked, Morelos gets booked for similar things. But what frustrated me in the first half, the amount of times Fashion play the ball inside, make a run to get forward, and somebody's hanging on to his jersey, pulling, and nothing. I
know. I mean, Physicality was getting frustrated. I mean, he's looking at it. What are you doing? I mean, you can't get every foul. I know that, but it's just annoying. It really is annoying. It just seems to be, I'll give you some things today, but I'm not going to give you everything. And I'll decide what I'm going to give you. Even though it's a foul, you're not getting it because I don't want to give you today. It's madness. It's killing the game because if the referees are right, they can't continually foul. The game flows, and as a spectacle, it gets better. But no, if you're allowing them to keep blocking you, pulling you, stopping you, illegally, well, they're just going to carry on, and they just carry on all day long doing it until they do get booked. Which was, I think there was more Rangers players get booked today than them.
There was, mate. There was. Right, if it's all right with you, mate, you take your medication and we'll get this, the phone lines opened, yeah?
Yep, superb, mate.
All right. Well, let's hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Aye, Raskin, mate.
He done enough. He's just got minutes, didn't he? He never done anything brilliant. He's I don't know what type of player he is. I don't know what I was expecting, to be honest with you. But he done enough. He sure he never gave the ball away, did he? I think he did maybe once. But it's a debut, isn't it? He doesn't look fit, I'll tell you that. But that's not for the usual for us, is it?
2 of the 3 substitutes we brought on. Cholak, Wright, and Raskin. I think only Wright looked fit, if I'm being honest.
Aye, you're right, mate. You're right. And bringing Kamara on, I don't know you. I thought we fell apart when he came on. And he's going, calm down. I'm going, calm down. You follow your runners. Stop telling everybody to calm down. But see before that goal that we lost, I was expecting my captain and my centre-half, like Golson, to take control of that situation, blutter the ball up the park, so it goes out for a buy or goes out for a shy, away deep in their half, and then regroup your players and tell them all to go back into their positions again. Because we're all out of show. We're absolutely all out of show. I'm saying it takes somebody to get a grip of this and sort this out. But we didn't. It's the same feeling, isn't it? Lack of goals again. We had a couple of chances I thought we should have scored, didn't we? You think?
Aye, I mean, obviously, we hit the woodwork enough, and there was enough blocks and different things, mate, that you've got to take it. We've got to, with that possession, with these situations, we've got to make more chances. If it's kicked off a line, the goalie's making brilliant saves, you would say, right, okay, it's one of the days, but it wasn't that. I think we're expecting Barisic to put in perfect crosses all the time. He put in a lot of good crosses, but they'd set their stall out to have giants in there, mate. It's going to be perfect for Morelos. They should have scored just before half time, mate. Right before half time.
That's the thing. It's going to be perfect, isn't it? I mean, you're not going to hit perfect crosses all day long. I mean, you're lucky to be 1 or 2 a game.
No, perfect what you're doing. You're trying to put it in an area, and if it gets there, it's perfect. Yeah.
Aye.
You know,
between two centre halves, basically, you're trying to land it right in between two centre halves with your centre forward reaching it right on time. Don't get me wrong, we've been doing it, but to me, it's no a potent weapon. It's just it's just a chance you're taking, and that's what when we played Livingston, that one each draw at Ibrox. That's what Avi Martin did. We knew they were going to do so, and we hit them with something like 70 odd crosses. I mean, it's ridiculous. No counting corners either. So I don't think it's a potent weapon, but we seem to be doing this road a lot. I think I'm the way Smith.
We've been joined by old Davey. Yeah. Evening, David.
How you doing, boys?
Davey, how you doing, pal?
How you doing, old bear? Aye, you beat me to the punch with what you brought up about the referee, mate. That was abysmal. I mean, that was totally abysmal. That guy embarrassed himself as a referee. He must have got his whistle out of lucky bag, because that performance was shocking. Anyway, regarding the game,
Davey, for the younger listeners, do you want to explain what a lucky bag was?
It cost him a tuppence, I think.
You got a toy in it.
Aye, well, it was a lucky bag, guy. You got a couple of sweeties and whatever rubbish else was inside it. It wasn't a lot anyway for tuppence. But regarding the match, I was very surprised that he started with that team. I really thought, I'm looking for, everybody's the same boat here. You're looking for the same on Wednesday to continue. And I think the amount of changes he made, I don't think that took us out of rhythm. I don't, and the substitution, I know the wee man was on a yellow, but I just felt, why bring on a sitting defender? You know, it's not Ibrox, not for me, guys.
But to be fair, he never changed the shape. What he done was he put to Kamara with Tillman, Cantwell was playing, and Cantwell to where Sakala was playing. So he never changed the shape. It wasn't as if he went defensive, did he?
I know, I'm not meaning like defensive, but I would have rather he started the same team that he had on Wednesday, and then if he's going to chop and change it. And what Albert was saying is, the goalkeeping, I've said it umpteen times on this show, boys, we have got to get that goalkeeping situation sorted out big time.
I don't disagree with you, mate.
As that was abysmal.
Yeah, he wasn't great. I don't dislike John McLaughlin, you know, but his form this season at times. I mean, even the last game he played against Kilmarnock, he wasn't great the first goal there. In fact, he done the same thing in the first half, mate.
Yeah.
He missed the ball and it could have been in, and where he came to, he was in no man's land again.
Yeah, definitely.
I think he doesn't understand when to come and when not to come. Late on in the game, he came out and punched the ball clear, and I was like, that's what you should be doing. But the one he lost, the goal we lost, there's no chance of getting to the ball. I think he's just coming out trying to influence the game and saying, wait, I'm supposed to grab this. You're supposed to grab the ones you can grab, but the ones you can't grab, stay where you are. No, I mean, don't launch yourself and take yourself out of play. He's not understanding what he's supposed to be doing. And that cross that the boy put in is a brilliant cross, don't get me wrong, it's right on the money. And that Big Smith just nods it in, easy peasy. White, sorry. And you look at it and say,
you get your Dr. Smiths and your Dr. Whites mixed up, you can end up in the bottom border.
They're the Spanish.
Aye. But that's the problem we've got a goalkeeper in McGregor who'll know to come out and do anything, and then you've got a goalkeeper like McLaughlin who'll come out, but he doesn't know when to come out. He's just left himself right in the no man's land.
When you come out as a goalie, Albert, and then David can answer this. When you come out as a goalie and you come out like that, you've got to get the ball, mate.
Oh, you've got to make it.
There's no if, buts, or maybes, you know. Because when you looked at the actual goal, mate, if they stood in his line, he could have just caught it, couldn't he, David?
Aye. Oh, you're spot on. You couldn't describe it any better. But that's unfortunately that's where we are regarding the goalkeeping situation. So And he seems to have this want to change every week. You know, I don't get that either.
Modern football, David. Modern football. Let's talk about the positives. The boy Cantwell, the boy Tillman, and I know it's only a wee cameo, but Raskin showed the positive intent once he gets fit. If I'm being honest, Albert.
Aye, I like Cantwell and I like Tillman. The boy Raskin is no fit. He's no fit. He didn't look fit anyway to me. I don't know how you felt, but he didn't look fit to me.
Yeah.
Which I suppose is to be expected because he's done what he had when he's kicked a ball since December, is it? They've been playing hardball with him. So we'll see that. We'll give him time. We'll give Cantwell more time as well. But Tillman is just a player, man. I don't see why people don't like that boy because he is just a player. He really is.
People never liked Mikhailichenko. You know?
I know. What a brilliant player he was. It's strange, isn't it? It's absolutely strange that we always see football players different. I suppose you have to see them different. You're never with nothing to talk to. We thought and said the same things. You know what I mean? But I like the three of them. I do. Well, Raskin, I'm getting tight because I really don't know. But the other two, Cantwell and Tillman, my kind of players. Football brains. They're in the right places as well. They've got it when they're up the top third of the park. You know what I mean? So there's Tillman can work frustrating when experience when he tries to do certain things in the wrong places. But again, when he does it right, there's one turn late on in the game on the near touch line, man. It was absolutely superb. He must have two or three of them. They just didn't know what happened. 1 minute he was there, next minute he was away. Nothing came of it, but that's the annoying thing. There's no end product here. Eventually, hopefully, it'll happen. But I'll tell you now, I know the last subject here with the player, but big Joe Lackdill, good grief, man. He looks right off it, doesn't he? He looks miles away from fitness.
You're dead right.
You go, Davey.
Aye, spot on there. I picked up on that right away. He looked injured to me, in fact, you know. And I'm getting on to Morelos'. Some of Morelos' finishing, by the way, it's dire. He's doing in batters anyway. But regarding the big guy, he's no back to his fitness either. But regarding Raskins, you can't call on that at the moment. It's far too early. But whether he'll turn out good, we'll wait and see. I made a comment Wednesday after the game. Everybody was all up there. This is a brilliant, blah, blah, blah. I said, look, the proof's in the pudding. We've got to come out and do that every week. And I think if everybody looks at that game a day, they'll be disappointed in a sense. Not with the performance, but just, I think they're trying to judge you. We'll be judged on your last game. And I said, that'll not always happen. And I thought we were right off it compared to Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, I don't disagree with you. We won this game. Different game, mate. Different game playing against defensive attacking instead of an open game of football. You know, but what the record books will say, Albert, is 11 wins, 1 draw under Michael Beale.
It does, mate. That's what it will say. And it's been superb. That side, it's superb. There's no fault in anything. Beale's done nothing at all. He's getting the results, and that's what we all said at the beginning. If we'd have done this at the beginning of the season, we'd be sitting 9 points clear, mate. no 9 points behind. The trouble with the day is the first half was very difficult with them with the block defence. The second half we went back to the Gio's speed of play. That's what I thought. I thought in the second half we just slowed right down again. I went, oh no, and that's when they got a wee 10 minutes.
Here's my theory, and then David can come in. My theory, all our bids had to come from Borna Barisic, and there was nothing doing the right hand side because Tav was making it was more inside runs because Sakala there was no width, to stretch them. So, and then if we did get it wide and it was back to the usual, there was only maybe Morelos in the box. David?
Aye, well, I agree with what you just said. You're spot on. It's getting to a point where you're saying, apart to the winner, which, okay, it was a bit lucky, but when you're playing a game like that against a team that's playing that kind of style, you'll take any kind of goal and a win. But I agree with everything you said there, Ox, definitely.
Albert?
The one, I'll take the one all day long. Picking up what Davey says. But it's difficult. We've got to cut our team a bit of slack. It's difficult to play against that block like that. I don't know. I don't know what you think about it. I mean, you look at these players and they're trying, and the creativity is there with some of them. But you're looking at it and going, there's no space. There's nowhere to go. There's just hundreds of white jerseys in front of you, and no matter how many you beat, there just seems to be hundreds behind them. And they're running about crazy. No, I mean, they're going for it. They're running about crazy to block you. Don't get me wrong, they have to run about crazy because they're not that particularly good. There's another one I meant to say to you as well. Did you see in the second half that they were starting to man-mark Cantwell?
Yeah.
I'm saying to myself, is this a new ploy, this? Is this a new ploy now?
Might be, mate. Watch your space, Watch your space. It wouldn't surprise me, you know?
I must say that boy looks better every time I see him.
He's a good player. He's a really good player.
He covered some ground.
Oh,
but then again, with a bit of luck. I mean, the bit of luck would have been if Kent's goal would have been in, made it 2-0, then we would have seen football because they would have been dead. That was a game where you had to get the second goal, Davey.
Yeah, but is that not a point? We've brought this up umpteen times that we don't shoot enough outside the box. We've not really got any. The match where Albert was talking about the midfield. We need somebody like, I was going to say we need somebody like Andy Penman, but we'll not go there because that guy can hit a ball. But we really need somebody that can dig a ball round about that area. Because you try to get through that defence. I'll
tell you another thing. Andy Penman, when they played with a number of people defending against him, but no, seriously.
You might have a point. No, you might have a point.
No, obviously the teams that you played there always had to go all there, didn't they?
Yeah,
it seemed that way anyway. From my memory, that we never played them against complete blocks like this. Like everybody's playing in defence. I don't remember it. Maybe I'm looking back. Maybe you're looking back with rose-coloured glasses as well. Because I remember having a football game. Two teams going at each other, home and away. But hey ho, that was in the 70s and early 80s, I suppose. When soon as that came in. And we started getting really good players on the park. It started getting into a deep block. But then on in, it started everybody behind the ball because these players are just too good. But I don't like that block. I just like two teams to have a go at each other and enjoy the game. The fans can just enjoy the game, know what I mean?
I agree, Davey.
Definitely, but it'll never change. And one of the biggest faults, one of the biggest faults why this is happening on continuously is because we're playing them 4 times a season, and that setup just to me stinks.
That kills it.
That's a great point, Davey. But we'll touch that maybe during the week, after the game. So the defence, we lost a goal. Don't know if any of the defenders were at fault, Albert.
I don't think any defenders, maybe Barisic or whoever was on the left, no cutting the cross out. Apart from that, no, I don't think it was it. We're all probably at fault at one point because we couldn't clear the ball. We had umpteen chances to get rid of that ball, and I don't know how you felt. You've just gone, something's coming of this, and they can't get the ball away. And the more that Ross County kept the ball there and firing the crosses and winning corners, quickly, rapidly. The more out of shape we became, the more a bit erratic we all became and panicky, and I'm saying to myself, and I'm saying that's what I was expecting. Maybe the goalkeeper to blotter the ball up the park and then get a grip of them on, say reshape them on, get them all back into their positions because we're all out of show. And then finally, it all started with Jack and all. Is that the way you've seen it? I've seen Jack tackling Kamara. Kamara was going to clear the ball and Jack tackled him. Am I wrong with that? Did I miss-see that?
Yeah, I don't know. I think I did think I've seen that as well.
Right, okay then. Right. Come and join us, give us your thoughts. 0141 356 1972. I think we've been joined by James. Evening, James.
Evening, guys. How's it going?
Good, mate. What's on your mind, mate?
I'll just call up to speak about like Cantwell and Baskin. But myself personally, I can't remember the last time we got two signings in. Well, obviously Cantwell mostly, that just looks like he's played for Rangers for years, and he just looks like he wants to play for the badge. You know, he's just he's everywhere on that pitch, fighting for us, trying to get us up the field. He's clever. He can see a pass when no one else can. It's finally something that we actually deserve as fans, and it is a football institution that we needed for years. And now that we've got it, I think things are really got to start clicking for us.
Okay.
Aye, I agree with him. I totally agree with him. We've been crying out for years, and it's the quality in it. We've not really had that quality. We've always had potential or second best, but we've not had that quality. And the boy has quality. You can see his quality, and it's good to see somebody with football intelligence up at that end of the park. It really is. Somebody knows what they're doing. Looks to know what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean, like he's box to box the whole game, and another guy that I think he was a slow starter, but now I think people are starting to see the best of him, because I don't think Gio played him the best. Is Tillman. I mean, Giovanni, I'll never slate the man. I think he did our club phenomenal last season, getting us to the Europa League and that. So I don't see the point of slating a manager, but he played players that I don't think were in the right position. And when Bales came in, I think he's listened to the team, listened to the likes of Tillman, and he's letting the players go, right, if that's the position, show me you can play like that. And they're doing it. In Tillman, so far, we need him in our team. He's just, he's a little bit advanced for our team, I think, actually. Because he's passing, he's trying to pass balls, and the team is trying to catch up with him to see what he's trying to see and think. You know what I mean?
I get where you're coming from, James. They players. I think you used the word earlier. All the football players. As simple as that, mate.
They're just football players. They know what they're doing, these two boys. And I hope Raskin's the same. He knows in his position. I don't think he's the same type of player as them, but in his position, I hope the wee boy knows what he's doing. And for all accounts, he does know what he's doing. But you're not seeing that today. You're just seeing a boy make his debut, and he done that right. You know what I mean? And we won a game, and that's more important. We won the game.
I mean, with the likes of Tillman, I mean, obviously, correct me if I'm wrong, but he watching old Rangers footage. Tillman kinda, not he does, but he kinda reminds me like a Ronald de Boer. You know, just that sort of player that when he was in the team, he was just a little bit ahead of the game, and his passes are playing. I've never seen a player go down and like huddle around the ball like a fucking rugby player before.
What's your language, James? What's your language?
Sorry.
Don't say rugby.
I don't
you know what I mean? Like, I've never seen a player just like scrum round the ball and jump up and just run with the ball again. It's fantastic to see like the commitment he's trying to do. You can see it in him. Like everything he does is for us, and he's like, and obviously when he scores that, you can see the joy, and he's enjoying playing football. You can tell that.
Well, his numbers are starting to stack up, Davey. He's starting to score regular goals.
Aye, I'm all for it. Well, James made a very valid point about Tillman and the young boy. But if we don't, we'll make a big mistake if we don't sign him at the end of the season, Tillman. Because at that age and wherever the stuff he's doing now, if we let him go, we're losing a bit of that jigsaw puzzle I've said all along that we need. And he fits into that jigsaw puzzle because the boy has got it. And if we don't get him signed up, we'll be making a big mistake.
I mean, people are crying out like for the young boys to come up and understand it, like the Lowry. He's obviously got to be a player. And he is a good player, but I don't think at the moment in time he's got the physicality and the strength to play through it with the likes of Tillman, Haji, Kent. You can tell when players try to play against them, they could knock them off. Whereas Lowry, he sometimes will get knocked off the ball, but he's still a cracking player. But I think he needs to develop more as a man to get into that starting 11. I think that's what his problem is, breaking into that 11. He doesn't have the physicality. You know, am I making sense saying that?
Aye, perfect sense, mate. I think that's what he needs, a fish supper.
He needs Morelos' Uber Eats account.
Aye, perfect sense, James. I think he needs to grow physicality, be strong top of body strength. He's thin, but so's Cantwell thin, but they just use their bodies differently, all better.
Aye, Cantwell's learned how to do it. That's what Lowry needs to learn. How to, if he's not going to be that sort of specimen of a football player, a big bulky type guy, or he's going to put muscle in. Well, he needs to learn how to use his body, the whole of his body, in the professional game. And don't get me wrong, the boy's smart enough to do it. I think he's a cracking player as well. I think the boy's got it. And let's be honest here, Beale is building a football team here, a football team. We're far from it yet. We've got some good players, no doubt about that, but we've not got a brilliant team yet. But he'll get there. He'll definitely get there.
Yeah. I tell you another one who I think needs a special shout out through the Rangers community is Connor Goldson and Ben Davis. When I know Connor Goldson at times has been kind of a bomb scare, but see when he got injured last year and he was out of the team, Rangers were not Rangers, and that defence just it was gone. And you soon realised how much you needed Connor Goldson at that back line commanding. I know Tavernier's a captain, but Connor Goldson is calling the shot at that back line, and he's directed it. And now that he's got that partnership with Ben Davis, they are becoming an absolute unit and a force to be reckoned with. And Ben Davies, now that he's fully fit, you really see him put a foot wrong. You know, they really are becoming a really good outfit now.
Well said, James. There's only one person that can answer that about Connor Goldson. Albert.
I knew you were coming to me with that one. I'd like to talk about the ball boys. No, credit where credit's due. The big man's playing well. He's playing really well. And he does hold that defence together. In fact, he holds that team together, to be perfectly honest with you. And he's starting to read the game a lot better as well. I'll give you due. In fact, he's one of the few Rangers players that I've seen in my lifetime that's actually improved since joining Rangers. Because a lot of the players I've seen in my lifetime get worse when they play for Rangers for some odd reason. They think they've made it and don't want to improve. But he's actually improved.
I mean, the day, you've probably seen the scores as well. Before Bale came in, I was kind of sceptical, and I was like, do we want Bale back? That way, and I was a big advocate for Sean Dyche, and I thought he would have been great. And seeing him dismantle Arsenal today, and I was like, Jesus Christ, maybe he would have been a good shout as well, actually. You know, but I think James, we've got the right guy in the right place now. No. I've eaten my words. I really have, because I think Bale is the manager. He's came in, he's set the standard. He's bringing back tradition as well. Coming up to Ibrox in the suit, making the players realise you play for Rangers. This is an institute. This is the mindset. if you're not with us, go. Just go, and we'll get somebody else to fill your boots. You know, and now, with the Hearts game, I think with Raskin sitting in the stands, you saw the best at Loudstrom and Kamara. They're obviously looking up and going, oh no, he's coming in. Knew we've got to show why we deserve a shot. And I think that's actually why we saw the best out of them too this season.
Anyway, we've also been joined by Domanoc. Evening, Domanoc.
Hey lads.
How you doing, mate?
Give your thoughts, mate.
Tough watching the end, wasn't it? Tough watching the end.
Aye,
We got there, 3 points is all we wanted.
you would take that normally, mate, but we made it harder than it should have been, eh?
Aye, definitely. Again, I don't know if I said at the start. I don't think we should have made the 3 changes. I think Kamara's played well the last couple of games, and he's a bit he's motivated and he's on his game. You need to keep him in. And again, Tillman, why? See if his games during the week, then you say, right, maybe rest. But there's no game till next week. I think it's a week after that as well. So I just didn't understand. I feel actually you keep an eye fine, but you're starting with the same 10 midfield players, but 3 points in the bag.
I think it's kind of hard playing against Ross County when they build the Great Wall of China in front of the goals.
Aye, but Tillman's a playmaker, isn't he? Tillman, I mean, he's your man that's going to unlock the defences, and he's benched.
I'll tell you what you'll do, right? We'll hear what the manager's got to say, and then I'll come back to you, Domanoc. Let's see if your gaffer, Michael Beale.
Michael, 3 points here at Ibrox. Just your reflections on the match.
Delighted with the 3 points. It's another 3 games in a week where we've picked up maximum points. So delighted with the result. The performance in parts was good. I thought we were a bit fussy with our final shot, taking too many touches in and around the box. We scored an excellent first goal, and then it just shows you if you don't do your job on a set play, you can find yourself chasing it. We managed to get the goal a bit fortuitously with the deflection off the free kick, but yeah, listen, it's 3 points. We move again. There'll be days where we play better, but ultimately it's about getting the 3 points.
Yeah, how pleasing was it how quickly the players regained their composure after conceding?
Yeah, it was a sloppy one, to be fair. I thought, we need to deal with it first, but we gave away, it's a good save from John leading to the corner, I believe, but we gave away possession cheaply in our half and probably over-elaborating, which we did a lot of the day. So we played some really good stuff at times, and other times I thought the game was a bit disjointed. I think we had a lot of opportunities in and around the box without being ruthless today, and I think fair play to Ross County. I thought they came with good energy. They tried to press us and press forward. I really like that about Malky and his teams. They come and have a go, and I felt that we looked like it was our 3rd game in a week.
It must have been encouraging to see your 2 attacking midfielders combined for the first goal.
Yeah, listen, Todd's come in, and I think in the moments that he's played, he's been absolutely fantastic. I thought it was very, very good again today. Malik came on and was excellent, and another goal for him arriving in the box, which I'm really pleased with. After losing John, we obviously decided to go really, really attacking, which sort of unbalanced us a little bit at times defensively, but I felt that was the benefits to maybe try and go and score goals. Today we win, so that's the most important thing. It's clear we need to continue working. We're not, we had a really good performance on Wednesday and people get carried away. I'm the one that probably has to temper that a bit. There's a lot of work for me to do. Just
a word on Malik Tillman's form. I mean, he's playing with such a confidence right now.
Yeah, look, I'm delighted with Malik at 20 years old. Every game he's having an impact. That's 2 in 2. He done some fantastic things. He was very close to adding another goal today as well. I thought him and Todd were fantastic today for us.
And obviously a break from league action now. How important is it to continue this winning momentum?
I think just a break really for a couple of days anyway, for everyone to breathe. It's another week we spent a lot of time together with 3 games, and I think it allows us to get training into 1 or 2. Obviously Nico gets to get up to speed with his teammates as well, which would be nice for him. And then our attention will turn to a very, very important Scottish Cup tie next weekend.
Very honest, Domanoc.
I think Michael Beale's always honest.
Just let Domanoc come in, James. We'll come to you next, mate. Just wait for your name. No problem, mate. Carry on, Domanoc.
He just reads the game well, doesn't he? He's a proper coach, and he just kind of explains it Route to Rossine. He knows the end of the day, the 3 points. Was it all that mattered? And then we'll get a wee rest now and the cup next week. But it makes you a lot more changes. But happy days. Just hope across the other side of the set. Look, just keep believing in it. We keep believing and just see what happens. As long as we get points in the board, that's what we can do, you know what I mean?
Aye. James, and you come, mate.
What I was going to ask you guys is, with Michael Beale's system and the way he plays, do you think Antonio Cholak fits into his system?
I think a fit Cholak as a number 9 fits in any system, but he has to be fit, Albert.
Aye, mate, you're right. A fit Cholak will fit there. He'll fit into that system, no bother. He's a goal scorer. And he's I don't know if he's as lethal as Bruce, but he's definitely a goal scorer, mate. So goal scorers fit into any team. They're rare on the ground, goal scorers. But he's miles away from fitness, man. I never realised he was that unfit. I don't know what kind of injury he had, but whatever it was, it's knocked him for 6, mate.
Well, he's got another week's training, and I think there's a possibility he could maybe start against the Thistle, if I'm being honest. Yeah.
Maybe that's what he needs, a full 90 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've been joined by Tommy. Evening, Tommy.
Hi, guys. You okay?
Good, mate. What's on your mind, mate?
It was a win, 3 points, I suppose. The performance was quality, but we're not anywhere near nailing this situation because, as people have said, they played in banks of 5 pretty much, and there were times when there was like 10 players, not excluding a striker, in their own box whilst we were trying to play through them. So that's going to be difficult every time. As in regards to the reason why I called was because somebody said that Riskin doesn't look fit. He was on for 8 minutes, and the way I watched the game, and I thought he was pretty much. He looks pretty much amazing, to be honest. His touches were great. The way he moved around, I think that Riskin's going to be amazing.
He had nice touches and beat a couple of players, but I think when you're talking about the blowing, Albert.
Aye, it was me who said he didn't look fit. I'm basing that on, see when he nutmegged the guy up at the 18-yard line. He never did spring over. Yeah, he never did spring to finish off. It was a good move that he started. And
I know, sorry to interrupt. Sorry, bro.
No, that's all. I'm not saying he's a bad player, and I'm just saying the boy is needing a wee bit more conditioning, and that's what Beale said there in his interview. It'll be good that some of these players, including that boy Nicola Raskin, can get a week and bring him up to the pace of his teammates. I think he will be a good player, mate. I'm no doubt about that.
100%. I couldn't agree more. I think you're right. When he megged the boy, he kicked the ball too far ahead of him, and he kind of tripped over it. Which I suppose to an extent. That is maybe a fitness issue. I think it was just clumsiness and wanting to get sort of involved, like properly get involved, like to show the Rangers fans, to show us all that he wants to get a grip of this whole scenario. To be honest, and sometimes you trip over your feet, unfortunately. It doesn't mean. I mean, it wasn't that long ago that he played for Liège. He's a good player. Anyway, I'm not saying that that wasn't my main point, actually, to be honest. It was quite disappointing that our team we stopped. I don't know why. Against Hearts we were playing more forward balls. Today it's always going sideways unless it's with Cantwell or Malik, and that frustrates me because often the first ball's on. And Morelos can turn it over quite easily. Morelos is amazing at it. So, 2
different games, mate. I mean, if you looked at Morelos, sometimes there was 3 players with him with another 2 either side, 1 each side. So that was 5 across the back line. Literally another 4 in front of them, and sometimes 5 and close. They weren't up the park, but it was a space. They were close. It was literally 5-4, yeah. And then when they were pushing their guys forward, it became a 3-6. when they're sort of the guys that were wide were getting there. The difference was when you were playing against Hearts, there was spaces because they were trying to attack. And
They
you
were
were
pressing, yeah, man.
spaces. Yeah, different. That was like defence against attack. It's not a great watch, though, Marnock and then Davy.
No, it's not. It's hard gone. But I need to give Golson credit for that. But he was just the end of the first half. It was him who was pushing all the time. He just kept on pushing, driving forward. He was in the edge of that box. He was in the box. It was making things happen, Golson. And I think that's how he came goal. It was just all his pressure. It was a great wee slip through with Marcellus as well. You remember that wee touch he done? And Campbell stayed in his feet, didn't he? And it was a nice wee ball. But we were doing too many of the dipping boys. And again, the same with Barisic doing that wing and putting the same ball time and time again. You're saying, just get it through them. Keep it in the deck and get it through them. And run through them. And if it gets tripped up, we'll get a penalty. It was just predictive. Again, same high buzz in all the time. But I say, I'm happy there. 3 points and on to next week.
Davey?
Yeah, but I think what the point we're all missing here, boys, is you cannot judge anybody in that short period whether they look the part or they don't look the part.
Davey, I judged you quicker. My thoughts haven't changed.
I tell you, if somebody looked out of sorts, I thought it was Kolak.
Oh, he wasn't so fit, you know?
Just before I go, so I'll just give you a wee suggestion how to build up Alex. I'm going to send them 2 boxes of Wackos.
Oh.
And that will build them up.
Well, that'll be nice. Two boxes, that'll be what, so you're donating about £5 towards the Rangers. Well done, mate.
But doesn't build them up, Davey will constipate them anyway.
Oh no, that's the opposite, by the way. You don't work that way. You better stay near a lavvy.
Cheap chocolate. Well, gentlemen, we've reached that time of the evening. We'll get a last word for Tommy, who's just joined us. Tommy?
It's full steam ahead, basically. We've the players that are coming back, man. We've got Hadji about to come back. We've bought Raskin. Cantwell looks pretty brilliant, like fat. So does Tillman. I think it's all, like I said, full steam ahead. We're just waiting on them slipping up. Ideally.
Yeah. Keep believing. Keep the faith. Cheers,
yeah,
Tommy.
bro. Thank you.
Davey?
Yeah, the great thing I think it sticks out a mile is there's more positives now than there is negatives. And long may that continue. And God bless the Jers. See you later, guys.
Cheers, mate. The Wacko Kid. Domano.
Thanks for having us again, guys. Yep, keep believing. Not over at all with Fat Ladies.
Always a pleasure to have you on, mate. Always a pleasure, mate. Cheers, mate. We've been joined by, over to you as well, Albert.
What about James? Is James still there?
He's gone, mate.
Aye, thanks for having me on, mate, and I enjoyed that wee chat. Game was okay. We got the win, and that's the most important thing. And I do like the look of some of our players, I really do. But onward and upward, as Blue Star says, onward and upward, mate.
Cheers to James, cheers to Tommy, cheers to Davey, and the one and only Domano Kin, and my mucker Albert. Thanks to Fox, and also we'll be doing the technicals. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back on Monday between 8 and 10, talking about all things Rangers. Take it away, old school boy.
We are the Rangers FC. We are the people, you better believe. We are together, we're doing the fancy all over the world. We had our troubles, but now they are gone. They tried to kill us, but the Bears we stood strong. We are together, doing the fancy all over the world. Lucia Vibrox, for Lancer and 3. Follow, and God save the Queen. You'll hear us singing, doing the fancy all over the world. in Barcelona in 72. We beat the Russians, but 3 goals to 2. Still celebrating, doing the fancy all over the world. Glasgow Rangers are back where we belong. Blue sea of vibrant, and we're still going strong. We wear our colours, the red, white and blue. We wear them proudly like blue noses do. We are together doing the fancy all over the world. The pride of Scotland, but that's nothing new. The pride of Glasgow, and Glasgow is blue. We are together doing the fancy all over the world. To be a blue nose that fills us with pride. We are united, we'll never divide. We are together doing the fancy all over the world. Doing the fancy all over the world. Doing the fancy all over the world.